Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Yeah, we got one I've been meaning to pick up for a long time. Finally got him. It is the DC Icons Deadman figure. Yeah, this was one of the first DC Icons to come out. Actually, it's DC Icons number 2. So, that's that. But, yeah, this was when DC Collectibles decided they were going to make a well-articulated, heavily accessoried line. And I liked it. It had problems, but, you know, it's been replaced by DC Essentials. But I still have a few icons. Like, I got this one on clearance, which is pretty cool. $12 at Barnes & Noble. I'm down with that. But these were also more durable than most DC Collectibles figures, because lots of them are fragile. DC Collectibles standard figures are all pretty fragile. But these were less fragile. That being said, my Batman did break at the arm, and this guy feels like he's also going to break in the same exact spot. So that's not cool. But let's zoom out. This is specifically the Deadman design from Brightest Day, which is probably my favorite story featuring Deadman. I love me some Brightest Day. He was Bone and Dove in that. And he was alive for that, too. So that's pretty crazy. But, yeah, the detail and paint is exactly what you would expect from DC Collectibles. Very, very nice. The reds are nice. I like the shiny red they did for the glove and boots. That's pretty cool. And then more of the matte crimson. The D on the tummy is raised. You can feel it. It's very nice. Good attention to detail there. Look at all the paint and stuff on the face and the chest, on all his white skin. That just looks really nice. I mean, it's a mask, not his skin, because he's alive in Brightest Day. But, I mean, it just looks really good. He looks really good all around. So, yeah, the head, it goes side to side. You know, it wobbles like that. You can do a little bit of up. That was the one problem with the DC Icons line, was that the heads couldn't look up too far at all. You got in and out on the arms. You got a bicep swivel, a double elbow bend. You got a wrist rotation. Also, mine's not cooperating. Forward and back on the wrist. I'll show you on this hand. Or not. Whatever. And then your torso, you know, turns all about like this. You know, forward and back on the torso, as well as this waist crunch. So you can get a good, real nice forward and back that looks real smooth. I just like how smooth it looks when they both are articulating back and stuff. A fly keeps landing on my damn face. It's really pissing me off. But, yeah, and the legs go in and out really far. That's nice. You know, you get forward and back. But this was before they kind of fixed the legs. I'm going to show you a DC Icon and size comparisons later that's better movement-wise than this guy. No thigh swivel. That was the biggest articulation problem that I've heard everyone's talk about with DC Icons, was that there wasn't a thigh swivel. And, yeah, that's a pretty big joint that's missing, honestly. But there is double knee bend. You do have that ankle pivot that is pretty much required for complex posing. Up and down on the feet as well. You know, so he has enough for some really cool poses and stuff, but it could be a little better. But I think it's good. Like, for the price point, I think it's worth it. This is what, $25 figure. So, yeah, especially since I didn't pay as much for it. But it's still cool. And he does come with some cool accessories as well. He comes with this, like, Phantasm-y dead, you know, thing. And it goes on, like, the faces of other DC Icons. Like, he's possessing them, you know. It works better on the smaller ones like this guy, not the bigger ones like Superman here. But that's pretty neat. Also comes with a couple interchangeable hands. Just these open hands, you know, basic interchangeable hands. He's got fist hands on him, as I'm sure you noticed. This fly is about to be the end of me. Or I'm about to be the end of this fly. One or the other. That's what happens when you live on a farm, though. Flies everywhere. But, yeah, these are really cool. Interchangeable. I'm just going to leave the fist hands in, honestly. But, very cool. And I do like Deadman as a character, so I'm very happy to have this figure. But, yeah, so that's that with figure detail and everything. Now let's check out some size comparisons. For our first size comparison, I'm going to show them with some other DC Collectibles. Here on the left, we have the Greg Capullo Designer Series New 52 Nightwing. So, you know, kind of the standard DC collectible size. And then here on the right, another DC Icons. You know, Deadman's one of the first ones, as I said, and here's one of the last ones they made. Rebirth Superman, and this is the single-carded version, not the multi-pack version, not that there's a difference. But yeah, you can see that Superman's from the end after they had upscaled them a little bit. Because another complaint was the size. You can see he looks kind of small. People wanted him to scale with other DC lines they already had. Like Mattel's lines. Here are some Mattel figures on the left. We have the DC Comics Multiverse Earth 23 Superman. Very cool character. Love me some President Superman. And then here on the right, the DC Universe Classics White Lantern Hal Jordan. My favorite superhero. No matter what ring he has on. Hal Jordan's my favorite superhero. So yeah, as you can see, he's a little smaller than them. And people had also been collecting a lot of those. And a lot of the other larger DC collectibles, and they were like, oh, these DC icons, they're too small, which I think is one of the reasons DC icons got replaced so quickly by DC Essentials. And lastly, I gotta show Deadman with some movie and TV figures. I want to show them with more current ones. These are both from the DC Comics Multiverse line from Mattel. Here on the left we have the standard Justice League Batman, not the Walmart exclusive one, obviously. This is the more armored look. And then here on the right we have Reverse Flash from the Flash TV show. Very cool. I mean, he looks the same in all the seasons. But yeah, very, very nice. So what are my final thoughts on the DC Icons Deadman figure? Well, I liked DC Icons. I think it was a good run. Glad to get this figure as cheap as I did. 12 bucks? Easy. Easily for 12 bucks. Hopefully that arm will stay on. But the rest of him seems to move fine, with the exception of the wrists, which seems stuck. I don't know if that's a paint thing, or if I just need to heat him up. Whatever. But I mean, I like Deadman, and I like this figure. The detail and paint is excellent, excellent, excellent. I really like the ab articulation. Is he a little small? Yeah, he's a little small. He'll scale well with other earlier DC icons, but he only scales well with about half of the DC icons because they upped the size, so it's a real specific group of figures that he scales with, you know? And I mean, he'll look alright with like some of the old Movie Masters figures that were a little smaller than the rest of the Mattel figures. Like you saw him with that Reverse Flash. He looked pretty good with that Reverse Flash size-wise. Obviously his detail and paint is far superior, so is his articulation. But still. But yeah, that's it for Deadman. You know, he's got just enough accessories for Deadman. Actually, just the hands would have probably been enough, considering Deadman's power set and everything. But the possession face was actually a really nice touch. That was unexpected. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. But that is it. We'll have more DC reviews coming at you. Marvel, Power Rangers, Ultraman, Gamera, Godzilla. All kinds of stuff, you guys. So that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.